Right then, iRacing Le Mans series, and we are at Le Mans, and I am in the Audi R18 LMP1. This is only my second real go in the car, but if you're going to do it, why not start at Le Mans? So let's just get to the grids. What's my petrol? Should be 10.6 gallons. This is roughly 18 laps. I need to knock out those tyres. I don't need to take on tyres. So we get rid of those. So no tyres in the pit stop, just fuel. Just want to try and get through this race with as few incident points as possible. Maybe finish a little bit higher than I start. So Karol Matuszka is the single solitary LMP2 car. Over there.
The track temp is 33.
So here we go then.
That's pole.
It's not pole actually, crew chief, but I don't care. Although that does mean you're going to start slagging me off as soon as we get across the start line, because you're going to say that we're going to make up some places. So, Audi R18 LMP1 car, 1,000 brake horsepower or thereabouts. Guys at the front I think are in Porsches, but I don't really have I got a setup for the Porsche? I'm not sure, but I've definitely got one for the Audi, so we're going to start with the Audi. The HPD ARX01 is getting a little bit ahead of itself, although he's the only one, so he's guaranteed to finish first in his class. Where's is Webber not racing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's me. I think Webber's that yellow one. Webber was the fastest. 3 minutes 17 seconds, which is really, really quick. I can get mid to high 320s, so I'm 10 seconds a lap off of him. Make sure my headset's comfortable. This is an hour-long race. Pace car's going in. Slowly does it. Are they going?
Green, green, green.
And off we go. Getting ready to brake for the first corner. Let's get out of here, folks. Not looking to win this. No way I'm going to win this.
Come on, Matt. Just settle down. Find your rhythm.
Probably take me about 4 or 5 laps to find my rhythm.
The gap in front has increased. It's now about 3.0 seconds.
Not a problem. So, 18 laps, nearly 19 laps. Beautiful Circuit de la Sarthe in Le Mans. on the Mulsanne straights. Has he got to slow down, the guy in front? Jaume? Maybe. But what I really enjoy about these cars is that the acceleration is just blisteringly fast, so it'll get you out of trouble fairly easily if you've got some slower GT class or even the solitary LMP2 class.
The gap in front is now 2.1.
And you're pretty much guaranteed not to come last. So I'm starting 5th. Just looking to have a nice instant free race. This car will hit over 200 at 3 different points on the circuit. The Audi doesn't have as clear indicator on your steering wheel. Things like charge remaining and charge allowed per lap. The Porsche has a much better steering wheel display.
The gap in front is increasing. It's now 3.2 seconds.
I just really enjoy driving this Audi. I had a little go yesterday for the first time. Loved every second of it. But watch out for those sausages, they are absolutely brutal.
P5.
First lap in the books. I came to Le Mans this year to watch the start, and I've literally just driven past where I was standing for the first lap. Saw the collision that the Dragon Speed had that took another, I think it was a Rebellion car, lost its front engine covering. It's always a popular place to the first corner by the Dunlop Bridge. At the start of the race you're guaranteed action there, even though it's a 24-hour race. A lot of people just want to get into the first corner as quick as they can. An incredible thing, even though these cars just go so fast. I mean, I'm already 180 miles an hour. It doesn't seem like you're going fast, but that's really because of the track. You have these massive expanses of trees, and there's nothing really there to break up and to whiz past. It's just green, green, green all the way round. Plus it's such a big track.
The gap in front is now 4.7.
Someone's collected the cones, that's not helpful. I'm sure there was 2 other guys in the LMP1s. I'm not sure if they've started from pit lane. Arnage, slowest corner on the circuit. Get back up to 6th gear as soon as you can.
The leader's just done a 3:18.2 seconds.
He's up to pretty much almost qualifying pace already, so he's going to be zipping round. Somebody going to the pits already.
The car in front is pitting.
Not sure why. Pit lane is quite long.
P4 sector 1 is 4.6 off the pace. The gap in front has increased to 8.0.
So off we go again. Mulsanne Straight has the 2 chicanes in it. They're both identical. The first one goes right, second one goes left. They were put in after the FIA mandated that no racetrack could have a straight lasting over 2 miles. So here's the first right left. Get back up to 170 as quick as I can to engage 6th. And that can propel us all the way to 200. Almost missed a distance marker. They're quite well hidden. It'd be nice if they made them fluorescent instead of blue. Heading down to Indianapolis.
The gap ahead is now 11 seconds.
Well, Bert is still going to have to make another stop. So hopefully I'm going to finish ahead of Bert, barring catastrophe. And there's Toon. Don't know what Toon's doing.
He's just done a 3:17.8.
That's a quick lap. He's really happy with his car. Very comfortable with his car. Very confident with the setup. I'm still learning as far as the LMP1s goes. This week, as the series is at the Le Mans track, I'm quite hoping to get 3 races in at least. One in the LMP1s, one in the LMP2s and one in the GTEs.
Your lap time was 3:27.8 seconds. Sector 1 is 3.8 seconds off the pace.
It's my quickest lap time so far. The brakes on these cars,
The gap in front is increasing. It's now 11 seconds.
if you brake too hard, the brakes lock. sends you into a slide and then they won't unlock until it almost comes to a rest, so you have to be so careful with the brakes. Gap to Bert is increasing. He's there with Tune.
Matt, we'll need to pit for fuel. 34 minutes into the race.
1, 2. Yep, pit stop is just over halfway. So just one pit stop is needed to get you through to the end.
The gap in front is now 14 seconds.
That's just good. I'm really enjoying this. It's really cracking car to drive. Eventually we're going to start coming up on the GTE cars. This car is absolutely stuck to the road. I love it. It's just so easy to drive. Watch out for these sausages.
The gap in front is now 11 seconds.
327.
Okay, come on, stay focused.
Get in faster.
Apexes and exits. Apexes and exits. That was a 3:27.5. That's your fastest lap. Sector 1 is 3.6 seconds off the pace.
Starting to get a much better feel for the car and the track. This is good. We've had 15 minutes. Quarter of the way through. Pretty much guaranteed a top 5 place here, irrespective of what happens. Back up to 6th as soon as you can. It's amazing, again we're over 190 miles an hour and everything is just almost in slow motion.
The gap in front has increased to 14 seconds.
It was exactly like this sort of temperature and this conditions at the race in June. It was a lovely sunny day.
The leader has just done a 3:17.6 seconds. You've used half your fuel.
A few clouds in the morning, but then it all moved away. Had a lovely sunny day. Superb spectating experience. Very easy to get to Le Mans as well. Just fly to Paris, get a train into the town centre, and then it's a train down to Le Mans itself, and then a tram straight to the circuit. At one point I was standing just opposite the Michelin board on the right here.
That lap was a 3:28. Sector 1 is 3.9 off the pace.
Bit wide there. Not a problem.
The gap ahead is now 14 seconds.
So there's about 3 laps of fuel left. 4 laps, roughly. So what have we got? GT cars ahead, 30 seconds. Going all right. Haven't lost any places. Haven't had any off tracks. But it's still nearly 50 seconds behind, so not a problem.
Front is now 17 seconds.
Down to the Porsche curves. Almost straight across the first chicane, but the second one is much higher, different sort of bumps.
P4.
see a car just in the near distance. So that's going to be Steve Clay, 6 seconds ahead. We'll catch him by the end of the Mulsanne straight.
The gap in front has increased. It's now about 17 seconds. You're coming up on a slower car.
Porsche. Thank you, Steve. So that's the first of the back markers. Oopsie.
No, Matt. Track limits. Come on.
Slightly not enough pressure on the brake there. That's my first 1X, but that's okay. It's an hour-long race. The occasional 1X here and there is not going to be a problem. Try and keep them as low as I can, obviously.
It's increasing. It's now 18 seconds.
Off we go.
You've got 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
10 minutes for fuel, really? Another 3 laps. 3.5 laps. Thereabouts.
Car ahead's pitting.
It's pitting early. He might have to have 2 stops.
This is brilliant. Keep it up. P3.
Quite close to a slowdown penalty there. It's probably telling me I've got about 2 laps of fuel yet. Carroll is the next one in the LMP2 class. Completely almost missed my marker ball there. Just saw the little yellow stripe on the Armco, which is a very good visual indicator. There goes one. The braking marker is pretty much where the steward stands, so that's that entrance to the Armco. Is going to be as good a place as any. No off tracks that time. Nine seconds to Carroll in his Honda. Might get him on the next lap. We go again. 4 seconds. Technical part of the track. He should be fairly good through here. Those HPDs are very well aerodynamically sorted cars, so unless he's going to go and pit. Nope, he's not pitting.
Coming up on some slower cars, they're class leaders in this group.
Absolutely cut the corner there. That's very bizarre. Just to move over for me, but that is weird.
You've just done a 3:28.1 seconds. Sector 1 is 4.3 off the pace. Good consistency. Keep them coming. Alright, Matt. Very little fuel left. In this lap. Box this lap.
Okie doke.
Left side. Your left is clear.
A little bit of extra draft there behind this Porsche.
You got a car on the left side. Clear on the left.
Off we go again. So coming into pits. Yeah, it's going to be over halfway.
The leader is pitting now. Barden ahead is pitting. Stewards have warned us about track limits. Keep
Don't worry about the track limits.
Okay, Matt, we're halfway home. Should be about 3 minutes of fuel remaining.
Yep, that's good. So one pit stop. The front two are pitting. They're absolutely neck and neck.
You've got 1 gallon left.
Entirely sure what my gap is to the guys behind in the LMP1 class, but they are going to have to make another stop, so it doesn't really matter. We've got to go all the way to the end of the pit lane. That's where the LMP1 cars live. Long entry, quick exit. Just taking on fuel. That's okay. Do your thing. Good. We're fueling.
There's traffic behind, take care.
So I've come out ahead of home, however you pronounce that. I've got Bert in front, who is going to have to pit again.
The gap behind is now 1.4.
Left side, clear left.
Quite happy letting Jean go. I mean, we are going for position, but the fact is he's going to have to do another stop.
The gap in front is now 1.3 seconds.
No boost left. Not a problem. Also, for the power these cars are putting out, they don't sound that loud. Certainly when you go to the GT endurance races, it's the LMP2 cars that sound the loudest. What have we got here? We've got a back marker. Holmes going to be flashing his lights, but ultimately it's up to us to get round. They have the priority on the racing line.
You're approaching a group of slower cars.
On your right side is clear. Watch your right.
Come on, Matt.
Clear on the right. He's on your right. Clear on the right.
E4. The gap in front has increased to 11 seconds.
Well, that was handy.
The gap behind is now 1.1 seconds.
Car on the left. Your left is clear.
Interesting different strategy here. Because he's using most of his boost there to get down the start of the Mulsanne straight, whereas I just use it to get up to 170 to get into 6 so I can get to top speed quicker. So I'm using it a bit less than he is, I think. But again, if I'm not mistaken, he's going to have to pit. Because your fuel only gets you literally about a lap over half the race. Jean's already pitted. Bert pitted early. Still going to finish top 5 no matter what happens, so that's good.
The gap ahead is now 1.6.
See, he's completely out of juice by here. Perhaps he's figuring that by the time we get to the technical section, it's much harder to get round, so you don't really need the boost.
Okay, Matt, as a car exits in the pits, heads up.
Bert's gone back into the pits.
Sector 1 is 2.8, off the pace. Sector 2 is 2.7 seconds, off the pace. Sector 3 is 3.5 seconds, off the pace.
Ran slightly wide there through the corner, but not a problem. So Bert is half a minute behind.
The gap in front has increased. It's now about 4.0 seconds.
It's a really weird strategy that Bert is using. I really don't know what it is. Because he's got to go down the entire length of the pit lane. If he's just taking on a splash of fuel, that's just really weird. Still. $20 minutes left, 6 laps. Nearly overshot that, just a little bit of extra pressure at the end. I'm sure the Porsche is much better with the boost
6.8 seconds.
in generating it and retaining it. Oh, 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 oh.
Oh, Matt, come on, track limits.
Tyres slightly over the curb there. Not a problem. Tyres still feel pretty good. Much better corner that time.
The gap in front has increased. It's now about 9.9.
Coming up on Steve in his Porsche again. There he is. Should hopefully get him before we get to Mulsanne, the corner. That was lucky. They start. Oh, good grief! They just started to lock up there, the brakes, but they didn't go completely solid. So we'll be taking Steve on the way down to Indianapolis.
Coming up on a slower class car. The gap ahead is now 13 seconds.
Apart from apart from a couple of little off tracks, this has been really good, to be honest. Really enjoying these LMP1s. Previously I've always stuck with the LMP2s because they've been quick enough. And I haven't really been that familiar with the boost system of the LMP1s. You can have it on automatic and supplement it with an extra little squirt here and there like that.
The gap in front is now 12 seconds. That last lap was at 3:30.2 seconds. Sector 2 is 4.1 seconds off the pace.
Dunlop Bridge takes you to the infield, where you'll find most of the food and drink and merchandise sales on a race day at Le Mans. So we've got about 4 laps to go, yeah. So we've easily got enough fuel to the end of the race. But still 30 seconds back. Oh, this is good. Really enjoying this. It's a lovely track, lovely car.
The gap in front has increased to 15 seconds.
I'm wondering if he's trying to just get a good lead so he can do a quick pit, but it's going to be at least 35 seconds to pit or thereabouts. So I'm still thinking that Joma's made a bit of a boop here. Just need that little message in front that says that the guy in front is pitting. A little bit of boost in 4th, should have been in 5th. Still no big deals. This is the bit where you really do get the sense of speed when you're coming through the Porsche curves.
The front is now 13 seconds. The car ahead's pitting now.
There it is. Thought so. He's not in his pit box yet.
This is terrific. Exactly what we came here for. P3. That lap time was 3:29. Sector 1 is 2.8 seconds off the pace. Sector 2 is 3.2 off the pace. Sector 3 is 3.8 off the pace.
Completely missed the braking point there. Not hard enough. But that's okay. We're going to be far enough of Joan. Bert has gone past Joan, so we're definitely not going to finish behind Joan. He's now 24 seconds, so we've only got 3 more laps. Looks like we're going to be finishing in 3rd, which is nice. So I was right. Joan's pit strategy was an absolute fluff. See, Joan is now 7 seconds behind Bert. So easy does it, no mistakes, and we should be bringing this home in third place. Off we go again. So nearly there, coming up to lap 16. Across the first chicane, down the second.
Your last lap time was at 3:29.3 seconds. Sector 1 is 3.9 seconds off the pace.
No problems on this one. Keep consistent.
Barden is now in the lead.
Looks like Joan has dropped Bert.
Alright, Matt, the next car is Barden.
.6 laps left. Five minutes to go. So we've easily got enough fuel to last to the end. No more pit stops needed. It's just keep the concentration level up. .25 seconds still to home. Or Joan, however you're going to pronounce that. Still haven't decided yet.
10 minutes of fuel remaining.
Must try this in a Porsche to see if there is a negligible speed difference.
Off we go.
2 laps left.
3:28.5.
Well, that's good because we've got 2 laps of the race left. Oh, come on, come on. Again, that was looking at my display, not looking at the road because my display's gone funny. My black box selector's just gone a bit wrong. I have to sort that out later, but that's annoying. Anyway, still 22 seconds. Even if he gets to under 20 seconds, he's going to have to go 20 seconds a lap quicker on the last lap. And that's never going to happen. These cars, because of the layout of the wheels at the front, does make it quite hard to place the front of the car. But you get a general idea. Again, goodness me, turn, will you? White flag, last lap, thank God for that. For a second, I was just thinking, what if the leaders
bring it on home. Sector 1 is 5.0. Off the
are going
pace.
so
Sector
quick.
2 is 3.4. Off the pace. Sector 3 is 4.8. Off the pace. We're running
That-
on fumes, mate.
I thought, what if the leaders were so fast that they've got their timings a little bit off and they've crossed the line just before the countdown finishes, to mean that there'd be 2 laps left, and I really would be in trouble then, but no. Who's in front? Philip Morrison? Philip Morton, rather. Ferrari. So this is going to be a good solid third place. Up on the podium, no more juice left. Well, that's no big deal, don't really need it now. So, no more off tracks there. Managed to get a little bit more juice back. I've used 100% of my boost. My allowance has been used, so I can't have an extra bit here. Last corner. Third place.
Well done, Matt. Great drive. That's a podium.
Fantastic. So let's just get around these corners. Back onto the Mulsanne straight. And when I'm on the Mulsanne straight, I'll just pull over and have a quick double check. Of the final outcome. So we'll just pull over here. Out of people's way. Right then, so let's get... What a lovely looking car. Let's have a look then at the final outcomes here. How many off tracks did I get? 3, 4? 3. Oh, wasn't so bad. 3. Nice. And the results. Started 5th, finished 3rd. Yeah, good that. Enjoyed it. Loads. Lovely car to drive. Great track. If you're watching live, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. Obviously, if you were watching the playback, I hope that was good for you as well. Until the next time then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you. Take care.